So how to take advantage of the cryptocurrency boom and make large profits from it with very minimal risks. Well, that's exactly what you're going to be learning in today's call. Thanks everyone for joining us right now. We just finished up a Q&A session. Yes, that is a green screen in the back. Anyway, if there's no other questions, let's jump right into it right now. Well, the first question you're probably asking yourself right now is this workshop and is this call worth your time? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys have probably been to a bunch of other webinars or workshops or calls in the past, and none of them have been really that helpful, right? Or this may be your first time. Either way, we're going to be going over exactly how digital currencies exploded and how you can take advantage of it and make a retirement fortune from it. Well, cryptocurrencies have literally exploded through the roofs. They have went up as high as 3,000%, 21,000%, and even 81,000%. And because of this massive increase in price, like where coins will literally go from pennies to being worth thousands of dollars. Like Dash over here went from literally pennies to being worth 1,200 in just a couple months. Now, this opportunity, this boom that has happened in the marketplace right now, allowed for people to make a fortune. Doesn't matter what age, what color, what place from the world that you're from, anywhere that you are in the world, as Create gave everyone an opportunity to become financially stable and financially wealthy. Here we have Eddie Zillion. He's 18 years old, made to turn $5,000 into $500,000. Here we have Peter Saddington, who bought his very first Lamborghini with Bitcoin at 35 years old. Now, this cryptocurrency boom is the biggest anyone has seen in history. It's bigger than the tech boom in the 1990s. I know some of you remember that. It's bigger than the housing boom in the 2000s. And it's bigger than the stock market boom in the 1920s. And guess what? If you're not in this right now, you're missing out. You could be cheating yourself out of the only chance that you ever have to turn a tiny little investment into a retirement fortune. Now, even if you have no idea what a cryptocurrency is, in this presentation and in this workshop, we'll be showing you exactly how to make money with cryptocurrencies without any tech knowledge or with huge investments. Now, who this is for and who is this call and workshop for? Well, this is for anyone who wants to learn how to take advantage of the cryptocurrency boom and make a fortune without a huge risk. Now, what you're going to be seeing in today's call is how we made over 7 figures in the last 9 months by trading cryptocurrencies, the exact blueprint that we personally use and I personally used to make multiple 7-figure returns. We're going to go over quickly what is cryptocurrencies and why is it such a big boom, and how people are literally making a retirement fortune with this by just literally riding out the wave. Now, my promise to you is that you'll know how to start trading cryptocurrencies profitably in the next 30 days in today's call. We'll literally be taking a poll at the end. Give me a yes in the chat box right now if you want to learn this actually right now. You're going to get a bunch of yeses. Exactly, guys. And there's nothing for sale right now. I just want to be straightforward with you guys. Usually at the end of webinars, there's someone selling a $500 or $1,000 program. We're not going to do any of that. In fact, I'm actually going to be giving you a gift. When you stay until the end of the call, I'm actually going to be sending you a personal gift. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. Now, why is this different? Why is this workshop different than any other workshop that's out there right now? Which I would like to address the big elephant in the room. Well, this is not some late night infomercial theory, right? This is, you see it every single day. We're dealing with the currency right now and an economy right now that is working today, and it's literally evolutionizing everything. The economy, the way we deal with money, decentralization, it's literally changing how we live our day-to-day lives. That is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now, every single statement and fact that I say, I'm going to be extensively proving it with testimonials, with screenshots, and with reports. Because there's no luck involved in this. When it comes to investing into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, there's actually no luck involved. There's no wandering in the dark. There is a set blueprint and a set strategy to make money with this. we are building real wealth. And when you guys stay until the end of this call with me today, I'm actually going to be giving you my best-selling book absolutely for free. It has been getting a shit ton of positive reviews on Amazon right now. It's a best-selling book on Amazon. Has not a single negative remark. You can read some of the reviews over here. And you're going to be actually getting this for free when you stay until the end of the call. Now, alright, cool. Is everyone cool with that? We're getting a bunch of amazings and yeses. Alright, now, does this sound like you? You've probably seen on the news or on social media people making a fortune off cryptocurrency, and you're sitting there thinking, why haven't you figured it out yet? Or what do they have that you don't have? Or do you feel like there's a lot of scams in the cryptocurrency industry? Which is true, since it's such a brand new industry, right? The scumbags of the earth come out and try to steal money, right? Or do you feel like you don't know much about cryptocurrency, so you don't want to get involved in it because you think there's a huge risk? Give me a yes if any of these ones are you right now. We're getting a ton of yeses. Yeah, exactly. So the real problem is right now that you don't have a proven blueprint. You don't have a step-by-step strategy to do this. And I have a question for you. What if we gave you that step-by-step blueprint? What if we gave you a set strategy to get you started with this with literally zero experience? And what if we told you and showed you and extensively proved it and how you can get started as soon as tomorrow? Would you finally go all in? Give me a 2 in the chat box if you're going to go all in if we gave you all that. How to get started with zero experience. And what if we gave you the set strategy that we use to make over 7 figures in the last 9 months? Getting a bunch of yeses. Well, I'm going to hold you to this because that's exactly where you're going to see. All these people who are on the screen right now, we've actually held this call before a couple months ago. Actually, last year before the first cryptocurrency boom hit. And these people absolutely loved it. Now, once you get this right, you'll have complete control over your income using cryptocurrency. You'll be able to take advantage of this massive boom without a huge risk. And you'll be able to generate passive income no matter where you are in the world. Now, there's a tiny little disclaimer that I want to be sharing with everyone right now. Now, the information that I'm going to be sharing with you today is not taking into account every single one of your personal finances and personal situations. There's hundreds of people on this call right now. So what I'm going to be teaching with you guys is going to be purely educational purposes, right? I can't take your financial situation right now because I can't talk to you personally one by one. There's hundreds of people on this call. So I'm just going to be sharing with you what worked for me. Right? I'm going to share with you exactly how I made how I made over 7 figures. I'm also going to share with you how my students also went on and making 6 figures and even some of them even 7 figures. Right? Is that cool? Give me a yes in the chat box if everyone understands that. Because myself and my team have been investing in cryptocurrencies for a long time. And we did this by educating ourselves first, which is why you're here, to get educated. We're going to get a bunch of yeses. Well, let's get started with this because, as we all know, cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is booming right now. Just in the beginning of 2017, Bitcoin went from under $1,000 to 12 months later being worth over $13,500 in just 12 months. There's other cryptocurrencies out there too that also exploded. There's Verge over here, which is a cryptocurrency which started trading for under a penny. 12 months later, it was changing for over 300,000% more in just 12 months. That means if you put $1 in it in 2017, it would have been worth over $300 today. If you put $1,000 in it in 2017, it would have been worth over $300,000 today in 2018. There's also Monero. Started off at $13.53, but went off being $316 in just 12 months. And these are some of the personal trades that I've done and my students done, because whatever trade I make, I also teach to my students. Now, there's this coin called Verge. I got onto this at 52 cents, and now it's trading at $300. Digibyte, got into it for literally pennies, sold it for hundreds and hundreds of dollars per coin. Now there's so many investments like this that are out there. Something that you could have bought for pennies and literally sold it for thousands. Here's another example, Nexus. Every single one of these coins follow the 3 secrets that I'm going to be sharing with you today, the 3 keys. Now, one single investment, there's another example over here, NEM. There's another example where one single investment has gone up over 300,000% in under 2 years. Or how a $400 investment turned into $350,000 in literally under 15 months. Or how a $5,000 investment became $2.8 million after 15 months with Sipcoin. Now I can just keep showing you one after another of these amazing coins going up. But one thing that you need to know is that there are 3 major keys to making money with cryptocurrencies that you need to know. However, just like everything else, you still need to put in the work and be committed. And that's very important, because this is not some make money online by pressing a button type of shit, right? It's not that. This is not for anyone looking for a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. If you're looking for that, this is not for you. Please leave right now, because I don't want you here. Okay? This actually takes work. This takes dedication. When you're given an opportunity to make a fortune with this, so let's just be committed and make the fortune. How about that? All right? Can I get a yes in the chat box right now if you are in here to be committed, and if you're willing to put in the work for this to actually become successful, to make a retirement fortune out of this? You're going to get a ton of yeses. Exactly, guys. That's perfect. Now, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm going to go over this very briefly. Well, my name is Iman. Now, I dropped out of school when I was 18 years old. And shortly after that, when I actually dropped out, I started my very first business, which was a marketing agency. So what started happening was I got into business, I started making money. I started already making money by the time I was 18, 19 years old. And by the time I was 20 years old, I already had a 7-figure business, 7-figure company. And by this point, today, I've mentored and coached thousands of students. I have millions of views. I think over 2 million views on YouTube right now. And right now, I created a 7-figure per year business in under 8 months. I have a private group of thousands of students that I personally teach, coach, and train. And having said that, right now, I'm a best-selling author because I wrote that Bitcoin cryptocurrency book. I got my dream car, and right now, which is a Camaro SS. I'm going to be upgrading very soon. And right now, I'm just traveling the world by going to different conferences, going to talk to different mentors. Just a couple weeks ago, I was in New York, actually going to different conferences, speaking to Bitcoin billionaires. And now I'm here where I am today because I invested in myself first. I invested in my education. I got a mentor. I got a coach, which is why I'm here today. And actually, one of the mentors of mine, one of the coaches of mine is Brock Pierce. Now, if some of you don't know him, he's actually a childhood actor. He may seem very familiar to some of you guys. He's actually a cryptocurrency billionaire. And it's incredible what type of people you meet in this industry, because Brock Pierce gave away his first $1 billion to charity because of his cryptocurrency fortune. So it's just incredible what type of people you meet in this industry. So again, my name is Iman. I'm one of the best-selling authors right now. I got into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin very early on. And right now, I just travel the world. I spent countless hours studying the marketplace, seeing exactly what I got to do, and just going around being coached and mentored by hundreds of people, and especially Bitcoin billionaires. Now, there's 3 major secrets that we're going to be going over in today's call. Firstly, what is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? How people are making a retirement fortune out of this, and how you can get started making money with this in literally under 30 days. Now, there's a question that you're probably asking right now, is it too late to invest? Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that if you follow the 3 secrets I'm about to share with you today, you'll have a chance to make a retirement fortune. Now, the bad news is, like every other boom in history, this is not gonna last forever. In fact, it could all be over by the end of the year. And when this is all over, you will never have the same opportunity that you have right now. So let's get started with this. What is cryptocurrency? And why are cryptocurrency such a big opportunity right now? Now, there's a short little video that I want to be sharing with you. It's like a 20-second clip of Bill Gates and David Letterman. Now, they're talking about the internet, right? And in 1995, just as during the tech boom and the internet boom in the 1990s and the early 2000s. Now, I want you to relate this to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency boom that's happening right now, and relate it and see exactly the similarities between it, right? I'm going to play it right now.
But, you know, I think about this, and what about this internet thing? Do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there. The latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
Yeah, but you know, it's easy to criticize something you don't fully understand, which is my position here.
Go ahead.
But I can remember a couple of months ago, there was like a big breakthrough announcement that on the internet or on some computer deal, they were going to broadcast a baseball game. You could listen to a baseball game on your computer. And I just thought to myself, does radio ring a bell?
So you see the kind of similarities that's happening right now with Bitcoin and compared to Bitcoin right now and the internet back then. Because right now people are asking, why would you use Bitcoin when there's still cash? Why would you use Bitcoin when there's still currencies? Well, the internet is like the new version of the radio. And Bitcoin is the new version of cash. Because Bitcoin is like gold 2.0. It's money that can be sent anywhere in the world for free and instantly and securely. Now, it's really not that complicated how it works. Think of it like sending an email. Do you know how an email works? No, I don't. I don't know about how emails work, and I just use it, right? Because you don't have to know the tech in order to use it, in order to invest in it, in order to make money with it. Which is why cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin especially, has skyrocketed to the moon. Over the last decade, Bitcoin went from pennies to being worth tens of thousands of dollars. Now, this is the type of currencies that we've had in our life. Since the beginning of our lives, right, we've had sovereign currency and we've had barter. Sovereign currency is the US dollar, the euros, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, just cash like that, a fiat currency, right? Now this is government controlled and it's probably one of the biggest scams in history because it's being inflated year after year after year. Your money right now is being worth less than it was last year. In fact, over the last century, the US dollar specifically has lost over 97% of its value because of inflation. So this brings down the value of money that you work so hard for. The money that you're saving for your retirement, the money that you're saving for your kids or for your kids' education, it's all being worth less and less and less. And that's completely out of your control because you're dealing with sovereign currency. Other than that, there's another type of currency which is barter, which is, I'll give you some fur in exchange for some gold, or I'll give you seashells in exchange for some food. Stuff like that. These two have existed since the beginning of time, pretty much. Now there's a new evolutionized economy and an evolutionized currency that's coming out right now, and that is cryptocurrencies. This is something that we call a decentralized economy. Now, decentralized economy is the future because this is the best way I can show it to you and have you understand it in a very simple way. The right side, the spider, is a centralized economy, which is what we're living in right now. The sovereign currency, the fiat currency, that is the spider. The starfish is a decentralized economy. It's the blockchain, it's Bitcoin, it's cryptocurrency, right? So what happens when you rip off a leg of a spider? It just limps. It doesn't regenerate, it just limps. If you take one part of it out, it just limps and the entire thing just dies. Right? Because it can't survive. Very similar to a centralized economy. One part of it is out, same thing, the economy just crashes. Now what if you cut off a leg of a starfish? What happens? It actually becomes two starfish. What if you cut it up 4 or 5 times? It becomes 5 starfish. Same thing with a decentralized economy. A decentralized economy cannot be killed because it's run by the people. Now, a decentralization has actually occurred in our time, right? This is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not the first decentralized thing that's out there. Here's an example. Skype owns the largest communications provider but owns no infrastructure. Uber is the largest taxi service but it owns no taxi vehicles. Alibaba is the world's largest retailer but has no physical stores. Airbnb is the largest hospitality company but it owns no real estate. Bitcoin is the fastest growing bank and currency, but there is no physical bank and there's no central authority. So decentralization has occurred in our community and has been in our society for a while now. It's now just being taken and being adapted to economy and to money, which is why you're here today. Now that you understand why cryptocurrency is such a big thing and why it is the future, you're here to learn how to make money with it regardless of the market. Well, if you look at the world's money and you put it into perspective right now, the first wave of cryptocurrency has came and it's already made people millions. People have completely retired from it, from the first wave of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. If you actually put the world's money into perspective, if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin right now, it's still less than Bill Gates. It's still less than Amazon. It's still less than Apple. So that means that for every 100 people that are out there, 99 of them have no idea what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is. Now, even if you put the crypto market into perspective, Facebook's market cap is still 3.5 times bigger than all the cryptocurrencies combined. The boom that is happening right now to cryptocurrencies has played out over and over again throughout history in many different industries. Because there's 3 stages of a booming market, and that's what we're going to go over right now. If you look at the booming market right now, this is the average graph of what a booming market looks like. Doesn't matter what industry, doesn't matter what timeline, this is on average what it looks like. Stage 1 is the enthusiasts and the founders. This is where the early adopters get in. In Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, this was 2009, 2010, right? This is where the early adopters really got into it. Stage 2, this is where the big money and the institutional investors and the big corporations start investing money into this. This is where the big institutes get in, billion-dollar companies and hedge funds jump right into it. And in Bitcoin, this was late 2017, just a couple months ago. Stage 3, this is where the public joins in. This is where where it starts getting media attention. This is where people go crazy. They start selling everything in order to buy Bitcoin and crypto. And this is what happened in the beginning of 2018. Now, this happens in every single industry. This happened in the same 1920 stock boom. Again, you see the 3-phase system. You see the founders, the institutional investors, and the general public. The 2000s housing boom, 1, 2, 3. The 1600s the tulip boom in the 1600s. Again, it follows the 3-phase system. Now, no matter what time in history or industry, they all follow this 3-phase system. Now, I'm telling you this because the same exact 3-phase system has played out in the cryptocurrency market. Now, I'm actually going to be sharing with you a graph of the 2000s NASDAQ bubble. And we're going to show out the 3 different phases and show you exactly how it's going to relate to cryptocurrencies. Now, if you look at the 3 phases right now, there's a first phase, second phase, and then third phase. The third phase ends right at the first wave right now, over here. And what happens is, right after the first wave, there's a huge crash. They wait a little bit, and then there's a second wave. And the second wave is usually much greater than the first wave. Same thing happened in the real estate boom in the early 2000s, right? There's a first phase, second phase, third phase, right? When it all goes up. After the third phase or after the first wave, it crashes. A couple months later, the second wave hits. It goes back up, and the second wave is much greater than the first wave. Well, the same thing is happening to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin right now. There's a first phase, second phase, third phase. Once the third phase hits, there's a crash, and guess what's coming? A second wave. Because this has played out over and over again in history. After the first wave, there's always a second wave. After the first wave, there's always a second wave. After the first wave, there's always a second wave. And when that second wave hits, it's going to be much greater than the first wave. Much greater, as you can see. Now, here is the information I'm going to be sharing with you right now is the growth from the first wave. Now, imagine what the growth is going to be like with the second wave when it's going to be much greater. This is where one single investment goes up by almost 300,000%. Or how a $400 investment became $350,000. Or how a $5,000 investment became $2.8 million just after 15 months. Now, this is why all the smart and big money is going into this, because they know that we'll never see anything like this again. We have over 50 new hedge funds that got created and entered the cryptocurrency market. This is billions of dollars flowing right into it. Fidelity, this is a $6.4 billion company who joined forces with the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges out there. Now, all this money is being moved around. Billions and billions of dollars being moved around. The market's booming. New millionaires have been made. Yet, you still have been left in the dark about this. People have no idea what a cryptocurrency is. And it's going to really take off once the second wave hits. Now, the key is to get in before the second wave, because cryptocurrencies are here to stay. The key is to get in before the second wave. This is from the 2000s NASDAQ bubble. This is from the real estate bubble. The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency bubble is going to be the same exact thing. There's a first wave, boom, there was a crash, and there's going to be a second wave, which is going to be much, much greater. Now, we're going to be showing you how you can make money using this in the next 30 days. Because it's all just simple math. It's straight up simple math, and we're going to break that down to you right now. If you buy $100 worth of a coin at 10 cents, wait until the second wave hits, wait until the market goes up, or using these trading strategies that we're going to be showing with you, you sell that when it's at $10. What do you get? That's over 100 times your ROI. This is where $100 becomes $10,000. And that's it. This is just a literal map to 6 and 7 figures. Just rinse and repeat. And that's it. Now, if you only knew this earlier, right? If you just only knew when to invest, and if you only knew which coins to invest in, you could make your retirement fortune. There's an example over here. If you invested $10,000 in 2017 into a coin called Dash, you would have had over $1 million today. So it all comes down to the point of when do you actually get in on this? When do you purchase? When do you buy? When do you sell? And which coins do you actually invest in? Now, if someone just told you that these things were going to happen, that the coin's going to skyrocket to the moon, what would your life look like? What if someone told you to invest in these coins, or you had the proper skills and you had the proper training to find out exactly which coins to invest in before they took off? I have an example over here, how we turned a $400 investment into $350,000. And that's just from the first wave. The second wave is going to be much greater. Or how we turned $5,000 into $2.8 million just after 15 months. Now, anyone can do this. You don't have to be some scholar. You don't have to be some tech head. You don't have to be some child prodigy genius in order to do this. Investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is very simple once you have the right coaching and training. Now, the importance of this is, and what I really want to get across, is the faster you get started, the easier it will be to make money with this. Because right now, the second wave hasn't hit yet. The best time to get in is before the second wave hits. Now, right now, you have a choice. You're faced with one of two decisions. Your first decision is, you go ahead and you try to do this on your own. And when you do that, when you try that, you're probably going to spend months and maybe even years of your time trying to figure this out, trying to figure out which coins are the best to invest in, and figure out exactly what to do to make a retirement fortune out of this. And when you try to do that, when you try to do this on your own, you'll potentially miss out on the next big wave. But your second option is you actually get this done right in the next 30 days by being coached and directed by someone who has done this successfully over and over again with multiple 7-figure results. Now, if you actually choose the second option and you actually decide to start working with us, this is a rough timeline for what we're going to be going through and the results. Within the first week, we're actually going to get started buying and trading cryptocurrencies. The first 1 or 2 weeks, right? And by the second and third week, we actually go ahead, get in on the exchanges. We show you exactly how to get started securely and safely. And by the fourth week, we're going to teach you exactly how to find these undervalued coins and how to get in on them on the best time before they take off. And all this, where we show you how to get started, we show you how to get started securely and safely, and how to find undervalued coins, all that is just in the first month. So if this sounds like you, and if you actually want to get in on the cryptocurrency wave, the second wave that's about to hit, to make a retirement fortune, this is what I can do for you. Now, in the next 48 hours, my team and I has set aside some time to actually speak to you personally on how you can apply these ideas into your life today. And the cost of all this, the cost of the call, is free. Now, who this is for, now, as I said in the beginning of this call, you must be absolutely committed to hitting your income goals with total integrity. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme, push button, make money online type thing, right? This is not that at all. You must be willing to actually put in the work and be open to learning. If you're looking for some get-rich-quick scheme, then this is not for you. Now, the reason why we're doing all this, the reason why we set up a coaching program, and the reason why we set up the call in the beginning is because on the call, we'll help you get total clarity about exactly what you need to do and the exact steps that you should take to achieve this wealth using cryptocurrencies. Now, if you want us to help you, and if we think that it's a good fit, we actually, on the call, if we think that you're actually a good fit to join the program, we may invite you to become one of our private mastermind and coaching clients that we're going to be taking on this month. Now, if we actually start working together in this coaching program, we'll put you through the same process we took to make multiple 7 figures using cryptocurrency. And we'll expect you to be applying the same exact processes and make a profit within 30 days. So if you're interested in the coaching program, make sure to book some time with us within the next 48 hours. Go to geniuswealthsecrets.com/apply or click the button that just popped up. Make sure to book a time in the next 48 hours in order to get into contact with us or one of my team members. And we're going to go over exactly what the coaching program is and see whether or not this is a right fit for you. So go to geniuswealthsecrets.com/apply or click the button that just came up, and you're going to be taken to a page that looks like this. And when you get taken to this page, make sure to book out your time within the next 48 hours. And then once you do that, after you book your timeout, you're actually going to be redirected to an application form, right? So after you book your scheduled session, you're going to be automatically taken to this page where it's an application form page. Make sure to fill out every single question that is on this application form, or we won't get on a call with you. So make sure you book out a time, and then fill out this application form, and then that's it. We'll be contacting you during the time, and we'll go from there. Now, there's a couple hundred people who are on this call right now, right? And I'm looking at this screen because there's a bunch of people in the chat right now, a bunch of people on the call. The thing is, I can only accept 7 calls in the next 48 hours. There's hundreds of you on the call right now, and there's only 7 calls that I can take in the next 48 hours. So those of you who are actually committed to learning this, those of you who are actually will put in the work and who's open to learning and put in the work that's actually needed for this, who wants to get in on the second wave of cryptocurrency, only those of you who are actually committed for that, apply for this right now. Because on the call, we're going to go over exactly what you need to become successful with this. And if we find you a good fit, we're going to be actually giving you access to our private coaching program with cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Thanks everyone for joining the call right now. So if you haven't already, make sure to actually go ahead and book an appointment with us where we're actually going to get on a call with you personally to talk to you about the cryptocurrency and whether or not you seem for a good fit to be in the coaching program. That's it. Thank you for joining the call right now. Since you guys have stayed up until this point, it shows me that you guys are truly dedicated and committed for your successes. So if you haven't already, do yourself a favor and book yourself a call, because the second wave is coming. And the best way to make money from this is have the right education and the right coaching and mentorship in order to become successful with this. So in order to become successful with cryptocurrencies, you need to have the right training and coaching. That's like the basic fundamentals for everything, right? If you want to be successful at anything in life, whether it be cryptocurrencies, or whether it be a sport, or whether it be entrepreneurship, anything, you need a coach and a mentor in order to do it. So if you're actually looking for that, make sure to schedule out a time, fill out the application form, and then we'll be in contact with you in the next 48 hours. Other than that, thanks everyone for getting on the call, and I'll see you guys, hopefully, for those of you who sign up for the call, I'll see you guys on the call. And for everyone else, you'll probably see me somewhere around YouTube or something like that. Other than that, make sure you sign up for the call, and I'll see you guys somewhere else.